taking over my soul.
Well, changes things. Prayer changes things.
I want you to understand that prayer is not what you do out of pressure and then wait for emergency response. Prayer is an accumulation of heavenly records that has captured your voice over the time. Prayer is something that God receives from you all the time that has enough backing for your safety. Prayer is something that you do that heaven has no option but to react anytime there is an issue around your vicinity. Prayer is not answered when you prayed because you prayed. Answers to prayer is continuous expression of the response to your voice that heaven receives. So he keeps hearing your voice and then he keeps giving response. It is a chain reaction. Continuous chain reaction. Prayer is not one when the devil comes knocking today and then you are in a panic mood and you are screaming and crying and calling out to anyone who can answer and rescue. And then things don't go the way you wanted or expected and then you begin to feel frustrated. No. Prayer is a lifestyle. Answers to prayer is God's response to your lifestyle over the years. Answers to prayer is God's response to your action of prayer over the period. So there is what is called accumulated prayers. There is what is called prayer bank. You must have enough prayer in your prayer bank that even in your weak moment, answer is still flowing. Answer is not expected to be a part-time thing, a momentary thing. It is expected to be a normal experience, a continuous experience. There are times where you discover a miracle you didn't pray for. And all of a sudden you start wondering, how is this thing happening? How comes God is favoring me like this? I don't remember praying about this. No, sir. You prayed 5 years ago. Is somebody hearing what I'm saying? There are things you begin to see that will amaze you beginning from today as a response and heaven's reaction to the things you demanded for many years ago, to the prayers you prayed many years ago. Hallelujah. So prayer is not just what you do when you have a particular issue on ground. It is something you do because you know this is a lifestyle. You know this is the air you breathe. This is the life you live. And so you pray enough all the time to saturate your entire life with answers. Hallelujah. Men ought always to pray and not to faint. I'm speaking on the call to prayer. The call to prayer. Let's not come to the point where we assume that God don't answer prayers anymore. Listen, God answers prayers in his terms, not in your own terms. He is God. That's why you call him God. He is sovereign. Are you hearing what I'm saying? He is sovereign. There are answers that could be escape from destiny. And God says, no. I'm the one who planned your life. I'm the one who planned your destiny. What you are asking me to change is for the fulfillment of your destiny. I have answered, but I won't change it. Some of you are saying, what are you talking about? God can be that mean. No, that's not meanness. That is his mercy. Because if you received the shortcut you asked for, you would have been cut short long ago. If you receive that escape you had demanded for, you had cried for, you would have become like Esau. Endure the momentary hunger pang. It is necessary for who you are. It is necessary for where you are going. It is an exam. It is a test that proves that you cannot be uprooted from destiny by just a mere hunger. So God purposely allows some things to be endured, even when it looks like the answers are not coming. Answer is not on your terms, it is on his terms. Because you don't have the blueprint for your life. He does. The roadmap is not with you, it is with him. It is him who directs you. He said, you shall hear a voice behind you saying, stop. This is the way, walk in it. So he is the one who guides you on the way to go. If you are on a particular route and he has ordered it, he has allowed it, even though it looks long, better follow it. All right to pray about it, but not all right to refuse his will. Jesus in prayer said, is there no other way? My heart is so heavy. He prayed to the extent that the sweat coming out of his body was as thick as blood. Biologically, scientifically, the only way you explain that is that his capillaries broke and blood began to gush. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Is there no other way, Lord? If it is your will, please change this route. Let's use another route. Let's go another way. That's prayer. But God said, I am sovereign. What I have determined, I have determined. What I have sent you to do, you must do. Then he said, all right, Lord, not my will, let your will be done. And the moment he stepped out of the prayer place, soldiers arrested him. Before he could say Jack Robinson, they started buffeting him. Would you say God didn't answer the prayer? He answered. Apostle Paul was being afflicted with some terrible experiences he was going through. Thorns on his flesh. How many can be? Do you know there are many thorns of life pricking you at different angles? Apostle Paul was in the same experience. He was being pressed on every side. Thorns of life was pricking him. And then he began to pray. Oh God, take this thorn away from me. Did God answer or not? Please talk to me. Did he answer? He answered. But did he take the thorns away? No, sir. So answers to prayer is not the elimination of your pain. Because some pains are necessary for your future gain. Somebody hear what I'm saying? Some pains are necessary for your future gain. If you don't know what it means to be buried, you will never know what it means to resurrect. So there should be no other way. Go through it. If you cannot be crucified, then you would not know the power of resurrection. Go through it. Paul, the thorn is necessary for the maintenance of the realm you are flowing in. You don't want the thorns, then don't want the revelations. You don't want the thorns, then don't want the power. You don't want the thorns, then don't want the humility. I answered, but in my own terms. What am I trying to say? You can't be frustrated out of
Come on.
expectations that were not met the way
There's
you
a little
wanted.
song.